I'm Samuel Grant, and I'm making this quick little video to tell you about what's coming up with all these Doctor Who projects that I've been making. Now, it's kind of got into a little complicated spot where everything seems to be just going downhill. Ta-da! So we're going to kick off this video talking about one of the ones which is probably going to come out closest to now, and that's Doctor Who New Reality Classic Edition.
How are you back? How much of that stuff do you drink a day? What was that? Welcome to a new reality.
Now with that, it's almost been edited entirely. However, I had forgot about it already, and I just sort of didn't edit it anymore. But I've been working a bit more on it recently, and it is almost done. Now, the intention of Doctor Who New Reality, the re-edit, is to sort of go over the film and sort of like clear up and tie up some of like the problems in it, some of the stuff that doesn't make sense with the further developed story of like Banished and the audio dramas and Annihilation, etc., etc., and sort of just make sure everything all ties together, sort of like remove some of the stuff that doesn't make sense, like the new 24th or the old 24th Doctor timeline. That's gone now. So basically just remove all the loose ends that don't make sense, fix all the loose ends that do make sense, add a little bit more explanation to the narrative, and yeah. But instead of just re-releasing New Reality in its regular style it was filmed in and uploaded in, I thought I'd do a little twist on it, because the footage is all filmed in like stationary tripod camera shots, which are very reminiscent of like that of classical Hollywood. Be creative with it, I suppose. It's something not many people I've seen try to do with fan films and stuff, so I won't say it's original, it's not creative. Oh, okay, yeah, it is creative, but it's not original. Hopefully it turns out in a way that people will enjoy. Now, next up is what's to come after Banished. Now, I won't talk about Annihilation in this, as that's a group project, so it's not really my place to say individually about that. But following on from Annihilation is Doctor Who Homebound, Patterns of Kell, and Misadventures of a Time Lord. This 3-part miniseries will explain stuff like the Doctor's return, further develop the Doctor and James's relationship, further develop the Doctor and Sullivan's relationship, further develop Sullivan's character, further develop all the characters, and more world build. It's world building, essentially. One of the things that I'm trying to do now with these films, Banished and afterwards, is sort of like start to properly tie everything together and develop everything. Make sure everything is as developed as possible. So Blundell Park will have more development, the Master's death and where that will lead and why it happened and how that affects the Doctor, that will be developed. Sullivan's servant from Banished, as you probably all don't remember, he's going to get development. New characters are going to be introduced. A little sneaky peek is L.S. Lowry will be a main character in Patterns of Kell. That was a famous artist from the 1940s onwards. He'll play an importance in the second film. Yeah, so this project I have until September when I move away to go to university, because that will cause complications. I'll lose cast and stuff. Pretty much when I go to university it's going to become a soft reboot, essentially. It's going to have the same story, everything that's happened is still going to happen, but of course entire cast and crew pretty much is going to be replaced. So I want to utilise what I have the most right now, and that's essentially what this 3-part series is going to be. Just a utilisation, further development of what I have, and it's just storytelling. It's 3 stories that I am proud of. Proud of 2 of them. At the time of recording this, the third and finale of this is not fully wrote, but so far our ideas, what me and a friend Alan had sort of like developed and spoke about, oh, you're in for a lot of surprises. There's lots of twists, lots of new and old characters. Oh, it's mind-blowing. And the next project which will be coming out is Doctor Who Affected the Demise.
Prisoner escape accounted for. Well, what shall we do now?
Now this one's going to be a weird one, so I'm going to explain this now. So this is going to be set after this 3-part series, despite probably being released before. This is going to kick off Doctor Who Series 2 of the audio dramas. It's going to be a 7-part series, including that of Affected the Demise, Last One Standing, You Me Mentality, Regenerate Another Day, War Damages, and Prisoner of Time. So yeah, this series is once again, also like the 3-part series, going to be further developing points that have been made in the films like Banished and New Reality, whilst also developing stuff from Doctor Who New Dawn, Regeneration, After Dawn. I'm pretty much going to further develop everything I possibly can, and also new stories. It's all the audio dramas is going to pretty much be new stuff whilst also fixing old stuff at the same time, whilst the 3-part series is fixing old stuff whilst also being new stuff. It's weird, I don't know how to word it, but you're pretty much getting more new stuff with the audios if that's what you really want, and it's going to be more world building and storytelling with the visuals, whilst also having both of those aspects but like in smaller quantities in each between them. I really do hope you understand what I'm talking about here. Okay, now we're going to talk about a project which I'm now going to have to rewrite because some tool stole my idea. No, I'm kidding. I can't really claim that because logically it came first, but I want to make this point, and you can see here when this document was made, I'm basically replanning everything. So my soft reboot I was talking about that I was going to be doing when I go to university was going to be called Doctor Who Guidance. Essentially, the Doctor gets trapped in what he believes is his furthest point in time, and he meets a character called Dr. Brimsue, which is revealed to be the Doctor's oldest incarnation. And Brimsue, he basically tells the Doctor that that's his real name because the Doctor has forgotten, let's say at this point, because he's that old. So this character becomes sort of like a mentor for my Doctor, and sort of like teaches him the ways of life and how to like loosen up and stuff. But all of this was going to be a twist. Brimsue is actually an anagram for Morbius. Morbius was going to return, and the story starts to get a bit complicated because Morbius was exiled from Gallifrey 2, a thing that's established in the Alliance Cinema Universe. He was exiled after Resurrection Resurrection, Immoral Resurrection, and characters like him and the Master are just baddies. So they're all thrown away from Gallifrey, they don't want anything to do with them. And this sort of pisses him off in a way. So he lures in the Doctor with this trap, tells him that like he's his future incarnation. The Doctor somewhat believes it because Morbius is a scientist. He has managed to think of like ways to scientifically fool the Doctor into believing this. And what he wants to do is he's gotten all of the dead corpses from the final Great Time War of Gallifrey 1, and he wants to use the Doctor's regeneration energy so he's not harming himself to basically bring all of these Time Lords back to life, combine them with scrapped Cybermen parts he had found from the Great Cyber War. Essentially, he wants to bring all of the Time Lords back as Time Lord Cybermen to go to war with Gallifrey. The Time Lord Cybermen, however, I had never been so annoyed when something had happened in the official show. So when the Time Lord Cybermen appeared in The Timeless Children, I was about to cry. So yeah, that's what Doctor Who Guidance was meant to be. However, also probably going to have a new name now. I'm going to fully develop a whole new story, maybe still including the Cybermen, because I want to kind of do like sort of like a thriller story with the Cybermen. It's always been one of like my ambitions with making these films. I just haven't had the chance to yet. With this was meant to be the big breakthrough, but Chibbers had to beat me to it. So I'm probably going to change everything to do with this film. That's why I've just told you all the twists and the plots now, because, well, they're kind of pointless to me now. But, yeah, what can I do? My idea's been, I won't say taken, because there's probably been in development just about as long, but, yeah, that was that idea, and now I'm having to rethink it all. So, this has been all of the ideas which I've had and all the upcoming projects. Hopefully you enjoy everything you're going to see. So that's Homebound, Patterns of Kell, Misadventures of a Time Lord, Doctor Who New Reality, Classic Who Edition. Then you also have the 7 audio dramas and the film which will begin production in September when moving to university. That's quite a lot, I would say. So, hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy everything's to come. And also, if you haven't already, please do check out Doctor Who New Reality and Doctor Who Banished, which are on YouTube now. I would highly appreciate it. Also, if you have seen Doctor Who Banished, there is an IMDb link in the description below. If you could take a moment to please rate the film on there, so I can sort of like build an idea, and also leave a review if you really want to. Leave a review. Yes, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all soon. Au revoir, and yes sir.